Hey everyone, welcome back to another video of walking through with features on AssistGen. Today we'll go through a collaborative feature that we've built in known as the concept wall. The concept wall can be thought of as this space which holds all your project assets, almost like a one-to-one relationship with one particular logical divide of an outcome that you are chasing, whether it could be your ideas, it could be your assets that you've generated, the research that you've created, research through AssistGen, all of that put together in an infinite canvas. And it once you load onto your screen, you should be able to see the concept wall right down over here. Here we've got a concept wall named Spatial DZ that kind of talks about everything spatial design. Of course, I've put in a few more things into here that don't pertain to spatial design, but you get the gist of it. We have a lot of the elements that we have generated saved in. And let's just hop in, open the concept wall and have a look at this infinite canvas. So on your first click, you should see your most common or the three concept boards that you've been working on. And then you click on the concept wall that you want, and you should be able to load all the assets. So you can zoom out and also move around with your mouse pad, your tracker, or the mouse that you're using. And you should see all your assets that you wanted to save placed in here. Each asset saved on the concept wall is known as a pin, and you get a pin each asset, and you will see the prompt that is used to generate that particular asset. You can always copy the prompt that you want. And if you want to edit or work on a particular pin that is already placed in the concept wall, you can just go right in and double click that, and it'll open up into a working space, which you can just go in and click edit again. And here you have the ability to again go about with all the other features that AssistGen has. So hopping right back into the concept wall, now that you know how to bring an asset out and work on it again, there are a few other features that you could do. Like I've already showed you, you can resize, you can move it around to create a logical divide of a certain set of ideas that you have created. Here you can see that I've already created a section. I'll quickly show you how to create a section over here. So let's say I have 4 pins that are similar to something that I have been exploring. I can put together the 4 pins here, right? And then I can just go in and select all these pins and group it, right? And now I have a new section. And you should see that this section belongs to, this section will always incorporate your pins that are there in the group itself. Okay, and you can go in and rename your section. It could be like stage design for EV, right? And of course, as always, you could also go in and create another logical divide here. We do have a bunch of connectors as well that will help you treat each pin as a node. So what we've realized with most ideas being developed, they do follow a step-by-step iterative process or a storytelling to it. So we do have something that will allow you to treat each pin like a node. So you can see here we've got some different views of probably the same space that we have created. So what we're going to quickly do is you can just go in here and say that, from this I went to this idea using this prompt, right? And of course you can add in some text here to say what was the idea that you wanted to do, right? And from that you can kind of like work your way into it, right? So this essentially would be how you would work with your storytelling or creating of in some way a logical flow to how your creations kind of moved around. And of course, feel free to swap this out with some other basic shapes. We've given you 2 basic shapes now for a square and a rectangle, but we do plan to build this out so that you can start building mind maps, you can start building a lot more brainstorming features onto your infinite canvas itself. A small nice feature that is embedded into each pin is something known as the voting symbol. So each pin you can go in and vote, and I will show you in the next step how multiple people can access one concept wall. But basically saying you right now you'll know what is the vote count out of the 5 people that share the board, right? Who liked what, just to kind of give you like an idea of uh, which are the concepts that are liked. We do plan to extend to adding some comments, adding some more collaborative commenting around this particular workspace, so you get to see not just where the logical flow is, but you also start seeing what is the feedback received and how the flow developed based on that feedback itself. So this is essentially your entire concept board. And if you do want to go, I'll quickly show you two particular things with respect to concept wall that make it very helpful to one, work collaboratively, and two, to continue off from where you left off. So you would just go in here, click, double click this, and it should open up into your edit page, right? And at any point, yeah, you go in here, edit page. And at any point, if you have been working with some asset like I have been doing here, and you feel like this needs to be pinned as well, you can just hit the pin button over here. Anytime you see a pin button over here, you should be able to hit that pin and it'll be saved in the current concept wall that is in the context of your workspace. And you don't have to wait for the pin to add. It's an asynchronous function, meaning to say you can just hit pin and then carry on with your work, right? You also have a pin option here in the history. You can just hit pin and you can go back to your work, and that should be added in over here into your concept wall itself. So this is the kind of connection that is there between your concept wall and the pins that you are currently generating slash working with. So this is how your pins will move into your concept wall, and then you can start segregating. So you can see here the entire concept wall is actually fairly segregated into some ideas and designs that we have been working on, right? And you can see how there's a storytelling to from where we started, where we took inspiration from, how we broke down elements. There are some 3D assets too here. Your 3D assets get saved into your pins as well. Uh, and you can also save your videos. I don't think this particular board has a video or a show reel, but that too does get saved onto your concept board. Now, how do you make this collaborative? How do you share a concept board with someone? Right next to your concept wall, there is a share button where you have the concept, the owners and the people who have share access for this particular thing, right? You can go in and make it public, but don't recommend it. Keep it within your organization right now. Keep it within your particular team unless it is just an open board that you are showing of open ideas and want to collaborate with the wider AssistGen community, right? And for security's sake, you will need to know the exact email ID of the person that you are sharing your um, the concept board to. Enter their email ID here. So right now I'm going to add somebody else's email ID over here, right? And you can put that in here. It should show you how the option to add it, and then you should be able to share it to that particular person as well, right? And you can always check off a person that you don't want to share it with, right? And then if you want to remove access over here, you can just quickly do that. But for now, I'm not going to save that. I'm just going to cancel that action because this has a board shared with a certain number of people and I don't want to remove access right now. So this is all about your concept wall. And if you're looking to create a new concept wall, just enter your new concept wall here, and you should be able to hit create concept wall because there is none like that under your name, and it'll open up a new concept wall as well. And then, yeah, you have your blank canvas where you can start adding in your work. And if you're searching for a concept wall that you had previously worked on, again, here, you can hit this here. Okay, there's nothing like that. Let me just check. for some concept wall, you can see that it's loading and that it's found a concept wall with where I have access to it. We will make it more intuitive in terms of finding assets. So this is a concept wall that we had built specifically when we were exploring 3D printing of our assets. Uh, and you can see here a video is saved as well. Yep. So that is kind of the most part of the concept wall. If you do have any questions, again, like I always say, don't hesitate to reach out to us if you're in touch with one of the team members, or if you're on this video link itself, drop a comment and just ask, shoot out. And if you feel like there is a particular feature that you really want built out in the concept wall, please do reach out and we will see what we can do for you guys. Uh, all right, that's about it for the concept wall, and we'll meet again on another video. Thank you.